All we hear is how bad 2020 is. What's the best thing to happen this year? Jake Paul getting arrested sure seemed to brighten everyone's year from what I heard. Escaped the cult I was in, and got a job after 3 years of being too disabled to work. Small victory but a long time overdue. UK government has finally decided to stop taxing pads and tampons as luxuries. Work-life balance is back in vogue. And less travel, less noise, less pollution over here. After 8 years, I did not cry on my birthday. Honestly, to me, it's the silver lining of the bad things. Like, people are now firmly on the, okay, maybe healthcare is a thing we should all talk about and do something with, and maybe wearing a mask after this pandemic isn't the worst idea. And in terms of the Black Lives Matters and politics and etc., it's like, alright, we need to do something there. Like, I can't believe this exists and it needs to stop existing right now. A lot of people are out there and suddenly turning their very neutral, generally just wanting to coast through life peacefully eyes onto serious issues. Hell, even I'm thinking of joining a protest and I'm super lazy. A lot of smart people are gonna realize that if you ever want things to actually change, protests are nice but not the asterisk answer. Asterisk. You need power to beat power. Social, monetary, political, fame, etc. I've talked to multiple people trying to become senators or people trying to get rich purely to throw money down and start actually getting stuff done. Like programs, buying the corrupt but greedy politicians, funding areas that need funding, etc. It's pretty great as far as silver linings go. That's actually the one thing that bothers me though. Not enough people mention this. Protests are amazing for attention and getting people behind a cause, but to asterisk actually make that cause happen asterisk you must build power. The Black Lives Matter movement. It's shitty that it's necessary and horrible how it started, but I believe it's going to lead to meaningful and lasting change. Doubt it? It becoming a hyper-partisan issue that makes everyone who slightly disagrees a racist white man. Even other black people. See the Terry Crews controversy. And everyone who pushes for change a rioting them instead of a huge movement that brings everyone together regardless of stance or upbringing like it should have been, and was back during the Trayvon Martin and Ferguson days, will hamper it greatly, especially the implicit all lives should matter, but ours don't message, which almost doesn't exist at this point. Realizing that working from home is not as bad as I thought it would be, and I'm actually dreading going back to the office when we reopen. I graduated. People connecting. Disregard the polarization and extrema. People are connecting over fundamental issues and good is happening. Finally connecting with Mother Nature and appreciating the life I have. I climbed to the summit of the highest mountain on the continent of Africa, Mount Kilimanjaro. Amazing experience. Now that's isolation. I haven't had an alcoholic drink since January and I've lost 40 pounds not just from not to drinking. Closing parenthesis. ATLA on Netflix. Jake Paul might be seeing jail time. That's pretty dope. He won't. He makes his bail money in 2 weeks and can pay his legal fees plus a top-tier defense team with a month or two's earnings. Even without it all, they could really get him for his trespassing. Unless there is video of him actually looting and rioting. I found a big chonk raccoon and a possum befriending each other in my backyard last week. My wife actually got a huge promotion. It's not really appropriate for us to celebrate as so many have lost their jobs and such, including myself lol, but we will hopefully in the future. Congrats. Thank you Gazbeth. She's been over the moon. Very busy but ecstatic. Busy isn't bad. I currently work 10+ hours a day plus the voluntary shit I do. Responsibility without authority is. Give her my best wishes. As someone who has gotten furloughed, let me say on behalf of us poor soda, don't let our misfortune mar your happiness. And your wife's. There are people starving in the world. It doesn't mean you should feel guilty about enjoying celebratory cake either. Congratulations to your wife, and don't let the state of the general employment scene sour the accomplishment. At the end of the day, your wife got a promotion, and I'm sure she worked her ass off for it. The environment aside from that is not important. Just wear masks if you're celebrating it in public and not eating or drinking, lol. NASA is launching a rover to Mars in July. It's going to search for evidence of past microbial life. What's so special, you may ask? This one's going to have the samples it takes returned to Earth on a later mission for further analysis. The first private manned space launches was a fairly amazing milestone too. I found the recent SpaceX launch to be really inspiring. Got a little misty-eyed seeing them blast off into outer space. NGL. Got out of a shitty relationship, then a bonus at work the very next day. Same. My boyfriend dumped me and then I realized how much of a jerk he was. I got to spend time with my family. Same. I've been closer to the monsieur. Some people can't even see their families. I naturally released serotonin for the first time in years. Became a national champion in track and graduated from med school. Pretty neat. The BLM protests. Spending more time with my family than I ever did before because of COVID. The ozone hole has substantially repaired. When it's over, people are finally fed up and making noise about police brutality, racism, etc., which will hopefully lead to a better world in general. Not just America. I thought the Falcon 9 launch going successful was a pretty inspirational event for the space community, especially with how it was live-streamed. It's not Halloween yet, so nothing as of now. Halloween is going to be on a Saturday and there's going to be a blue moon. This will be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to channel all of 2020's chaotic essence into some real witchy shit. I, personally, am hoping to summon a demon cat that I can keep as a pet. Hopefully lockdown will be over and Halloween won't be illegal. I won a bunch of money in a Super Bowl pool. The Cinder Cut was confirmed and announced. I like that. Release of PS5. I graduated college this year. George Bush telling a reporter that he would not support Donald Trump. Also, Steve King from Iowa lost his primary. The tide is turning. More people being aware and taking an active interest in politics and voting. One remarkable silver lining: the death to apathy. Both. I got a girlfriend. Maybe not worldwide news, but I'm very happy about it. Is it possible to learn this power? Not from a Jedi. Faceless delivery. I don't want to meet the driver and I doubt they want to meet me. Fixed. Mars. Hee. I'm getting married in a few weeks. We were supposed to get married in April but had to cancel. We're doing a little ceremony in our backyard. The discovery of bright solar industrial nova units in the atmosphere. I want to know who the people are that upvoted my comment and why you upvoted my comment. The third precinct burning down. The racist, bullying, fat-phobic regional VP of my work got fired. So that's a win. Ayahuasca. We'll let you know on November 2nd. Dune movie tilde. My ex died. BLM Crew Dragon to the ISS. My godson, my cousin's son, who recovered from leukemia 2 years ago, just became a father. And my goddaughter, my brother's daughter, is graduating high school this year and will start culinary school this summer. I was able to refi my mortgage to a ridiculously low rate thanks to COVID. Got a huge bonus. Thanks PPP. And promotion at work. And the stimulus is going to help us with a remodel job we have been putting off. I'm going on vacation in the fall to Florida. The end of the Patriots dynasty. I've been able to see my kids more. We're all more stressed, but I do enjoy more time with a monsieur. After separating from my wife last year, I met someone early this year that I'm madly in love with. First date was January 4th. I'm still under the impression this year has been great. I start a new job in a week, intentionally. Closing parenthesis. Big raise and promotion. Cheeky smiley face. I got back into contact with a friend I lost contact with in 2019. Smiley face. I became a manager at Taco Bell. Oh hells yeah dude. Constant access to Crunchwrap Supremes. You lucky person. New Ghostbusters movie, directed by Ivan Reitman's son. As an apology for 2016. The quarantine saved my marriage and family unit. Sometimes people just need a new perspective on life. For the world, probably Jake Paul getting arrested. For me, my uncle caught COVID-19 and survived. That I started watching anime, and that Jake Paul got arrested. XD. I hit a hole-in-one on hole 12 at Reedy Creek Disc Golf Park on the same day. I reached my weight goal I've been trying to make for over 2 years. June 5th was a great day. I've saved up $11K over the first half of this year towards my first house, and I make my last car payment for the foreseeable future this month. I got 2 dogs, they're good bois. That I'm going to Stranger Con in September. The SpaceX launch. Bought my first house and it was worth more than the houses I grew up in combined. I got a new job and a $12K raise for the move. Rekindled a past relationship and it's been amazing. The final 4 episodes of the Clone Wars Season 7 needs no explanation. And/or the Rainbow Six Siege 2020 Invitational. The Invitational, even if you're not fans of the game from a pure entertainment standpoint, is by far the best sport matches to watch this year. Now granted, there hasn't been a lot with COVID, but let's say there was no COVID and the year went on as scheduled, it would still be the most competitive, enjoyable, entertaining event of the year. Siege isn't the most interesting game to watch, but the level of competition between the 16 or so teams was unreal, and there will probably never be another event in esports that was this awesome. It would probably take a week or 2 to watch through all the matches, but it's definitely worth it. If you need a sports fix right now, BTS's online concert Bang Bang Con, meeting my long-distance boyfriend for the first time on Valentine's Day. My sister and I hated each other for a really long time, but during the lockdown we started to talk to each other and now we kinda are friends. Not much yet, too early to say. I saw a dog today. What kind? Husky. Cute. My little sister was born. Me finally getting the helmet of Saint 14. My Little Pony slipping to me in quarantine. I knew I shouldn't, but I said frick it, let's watch 3 episodes, why not? Now I've seen almost every MLP movie or episode. I am obsessed with it and I love it because IDK what y'all say about age and gender. I can be a boy and Lyle a girly show, but pretty much I love it and I can't wait for more, so that be the good thing that happened to me. Oh yeah, and memes. Hell yeah, man. I went to Japan for the first time, and my best friend got to go with me, and we just spent 2 weeks visiting my dad, and he got to do things he hadn't yet while living and working there. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.